In each thing there is an insinuation of death. Stillness, silence, serenity are all apprenticeships. That was a quote by Federico Garcia Lorca. Federico Garcia Lorca was born June 5, 1898, in a village near Granada. Shaped by its deep roots, his work is a beautiful production of Spain on display. He was a prominent poet, musician, and dramatist. His creative genius was evident in works such as the poem Romancero Gitano, which highlighted the beauty of Andalusian culture and gypsies. He was surrounded by many other creatives, La Generación del 27, as they were called, defined the Surrealist period. Lorca, along with painter Salvador Dalí, filmmaker Luis Buñuel, and many others, marked a movement in arts away from the conservative romanticism to the Spanish Surrealists. Iconic works such as Dalí's Persistence of Memory were produced during this period. In Spanish literature, La Generación del 27 was defined as the best poetry generation. While it was the best time for poetry in Spain, Lorca had an internal struggle. Living as a gay man in a homophobic society, he could not fully be himself. The sadness and melancholy was beautifully written throughout his work. Sonnets of dark love describe a love affair, deeply passionate in the darkness of the night, only to be broken by the dawn and a shrouded heart. Also tied to his work was the underlying message of social action. He led a theater troupe, Teatro Universitario La Barraca. They would travel to small pueblos throughout Spain, acting and performing. Spreading the word through his art, he created plays that boasted of standing up to the bourgeoisie. Most notably were Blood Wedding, Yerma, and the House of Bernarda Alba. Both of these factors would culminate in his demise. In July 1936, the Spanish Civil War broke out. Lorca knew that there would be a target on his back. He was a public figure that openly spoke about the right-wing politics and rebelling against the rich. Although he was apolitical, he sided with those that did not have much, like the peoples of the pueblos on his tour. A group of Falange members came to the Lorca household. They beat the housekeeper and threw the poet down the stairs. Knowing that they would return to wreak more havoc and that it would not be safe for him to stay home, he fled to the cover of his fellow poet Luis Rosales in central Granada. In August 1936, Ramon Ruiz Alonso, a politician and Franco loyalist, led a troop of 100 soldiers to the Rosales house in search of Lorca. Ruiz Alonso proclaimed, "He's done more damage with a pen than others have with a pistol." He was taken, along with 3 other prisoners. They were dumped on the side of the road in Alfacar and executed. There is no clear reason as to why he was killed, but there are many assumptions. Some people believe it was his sexuality and personal vendettas that were to blame. Others believe that it was because of his outspoken socialist views, although he was considered apolitical. To this day, his remains have yet to be found. He will forever be a face and victim of fascism and its anti-intellectualism and intolerance.